Good morning and welcome to our Anzac Day commemorative service for 2020 here in Washington DC. My name is Major Dave Henkin and I'll be the MC for this service. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions here in the United States of America, this morning we will conduct an abridged commemorative service. Joining us are our official guests, His Excellency, the Honourable Arthur Sinodinos AO, Australia's Ambassador to the United States of America, and the Senior Australian Defence Force Representative, Major General Andrew Freeman, AM. Other distinguished guests include Commodore Matthew Hudson, CSC, RAN, representing the Royal Australian Navy, Brigadier Shane Gabriel, DSC, representing the Australian Army, and Air Commodore Terry Van Heeren, DSM, representing the Royal Australian Air Force. I would now like to invite the Ambassador Arthur Sinodinos AO to provide this year's Anzac Day remarks.
Thanks very much, Dave. This is an extraordinary day, Anzac Day. Imagine being in those boats in 2015, about to land on the beaches, just as dawn was breaking. Imagine how you would feel, not knowing what you're about to face, potentially. Some would have been full of the thrill of adventure, others probably a great deal of trepidation. But all of them had gone because they believed in what they were doing. And in those 8-9 months on Gallipoli, they forged a legend, the Anzac legend, which has been at the core of the spirit of Australia. It is what we are. It defines what we are. It was defined not by a glorious victory, but by a failed campaign in which those men who went on those beaches looked out for each other, worked through hard times together, defined what being a team, what being mates is all about. That capacity for self-sacrifice, for thinking of others. What about Simpson and his donkey, bringing so many of the wounded back? And what happened to him? And let's not forget all of those who in the First World War made the ultimate sacrifice and established Anzac Day as one of our most important national occasions. And Anzac Day has gone on to define a legend for Australia, a legend that's been burnished by all the conflicts of the 20th century and all the other places where Australians have gone, men and women, to serve in the uniform and be prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice. Today we honour that sacrifice, not only of the first Anzacs, but of those who have followed. We honour those who wear the uniform today, who are prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, who are in all sorts of war zones, conflict areas, and on peacekeeping missions around the world. And in this most unusual of Anzac Days, we draw inspiration from what they're doing as we face up to the COVID-19 crisis. We will get through this with the same mateship, with the same capacity of thinking for others, of drawing together, of knowing we're in this together. We draw inspiration and hope from what they did, and we know that, as our Prime Minister has said, the torch is being passed to a new generation, and we will carry on their great legacy, lest we forget.
This morning we will lay 2 wreaths. I invite Ambassador Arthur Sinodinos AO to lay the first wreath. Arthur Sinodinos is laying a wreath on behalf of all Australians. I now invite Major General Freeman, AM, to lay a wreath. Major General Freeman is laying a wreath on behalf of all veterans. Major General Freeman will now recite the ode, and this will be followed by the playing of the last post, 1 minute silence, and the playing of Reveille.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now play the Australian National Anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is built by sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our Anzac Day commemorative service here in Washington, DC. On behalf of Ambassador Arthur Sinodinos, AO, and Major General Andrew Freeman, AM, thank you for joining us on this special day.